All right, let's talk data engineering. You've got all this information piling up, so where do you put it? That's one of the biggest questions out there. Today, we're going to break down the two main contenders for your data's home, the good old data warehouse and the ever-popular data lake. I mean, seriously, think about it. Every single piece of data your company creates needs a home. But what kind of home are we talking about? Is it going to be this perfectly organized, pristine library where everything has its place? Or is it more like a giant, flexible storage unit where you can just toss everything in? Getting this right from the start, well, it's absolutely crucial. Okay, so let's dive into the first one, the classic, the OG, if you will, the data warehouse. Just think of this as the home for data that's already been cleaned up, prepped, and is basically ready to get to work. Now, the key words to remember here are structured and cleaned. See, a data warehouse is, well, it's pretty picky. It doesn't just take any old data. It only accepts information that's already been processed and organized for a very specific purpose, usually business intelligence. The whole point is to create that one, single, reliable source of truth that everyone can trust for making big decisions. And trust me, you've seen the output of these things all the time. You know that slick sales report you get every Monday? Or that dynamic customer dashboard that updates in real time? Heck, even those charts tracking your KPIs? All that data is almost certainly being pulled straight from a data warehouse. It's built for one thing, getting you clear answers fast and reliably. And to make this even more concrete, you've probably heard of the big names in the space. We're talking about companies like Snowflake, Google's BigQuery, and Amazon Redshift. These are the giants, the ones providing the powerhouse platforms that businesses everywhere depend on for their analytics. Okay, so let's completely switch gears for a second. What if you don't actually know what questions you're going to need to ask tomorrow or next month? What if your main goal is just to save everything, and I mean everything, first, and then figure out what to do with it later? Well, for that kind of job, you need a data lake. Yeah, a data lake runs on a completely different philosophy. Its motto is basically, store everything now, figure it out later. It's just this massive, usually pretty cost-effective, place to dump all your data in its original, raw, untouched format. The guiding principle here is simple. Nothing ever gets thrown away. And when I say everything, I really do mean everything. Remember how picky the warehouse was? Well, the data lake is the exact opposite. It takes it all. Structured tables? Yep. Semi-structured files like JSON throws them in. Completely unstructured stuff? It all goes into the same place. So what does that actually look like in practice? Picture this. You've got your nice, clean CSV files sitting right next to messy, raw server logs. And right next to those are social media posts, customer photos, and even video files. That's the superpower of the data lake. This crazy flexibility is what makes it so perfect for things like machine learning and really deep data exploration later on. All right, so we've met our two data homes. Now let's put them head to head. It's time to really nail down the main differences between them. Okay, so if you remember one thing, let it be this. A data warehouse is all about storing polished, clean data for specific things you already know you need, like analytics. A data lake, on the other hand, is for storing raw, messy, mixed-up data for questions you haven't even thought of yet. Really, one is for answering today's questions, while the other is for unlocking tomorrow's big discoveries. Now, if all that still feels a little abstract, no worries at all. Let's try a super simple analogy. I think this will make everything click into place. Okay, picture yourself walking into a supermarket. The data warehouse, that's like a perfectly organized shelf in one of the aisles. Everything is cleaned, beautifully packaged, clearly labeled, and just ready for you to grab. You can pick up a can of tomatoes and go make dinner right now. It's ready to use, no prep required. But the data lake? That's the giant storeroom in the back of the supermarket. You know, the one with pallets of fresh-off-the-truck produce, giant boxes of raw ingredients, and crates of supplies. All of it in its raw bulk form. The potential in that room is incredible, right? But you have to go in there, dig around, find what you need, and then wash it, chop it, and cook it before it's actually useful. Okay, let's bring this all home. When you're trying to figure out your data's final destination, it really just boils down to one fundamental question. What is this data's purpose? So look, the choice is pretty clear. If your data is already cleaned up and processed and you need it for immediate analysis, you're looking for a data warehouse. But if your data is raw and you're just hoarding it for some unknown future use, then you definitely need a data lake. It's not about which one is better. It's all about purpose. But I want to leave you with one final thought. For a long time, these two systems were totally separate worlds. But now, Now we're seeing these new hybrid systems pop up, like the data lakehouse, which tries to give you the best of both. The lines are starting to get really blurry. So maybe the real question for the future isn't which one should I choose, but how are these two going to evolve and merge together? I'm curious, what do you think is coming next?